4 men are in custody for Aaron and Ariana Latchman's murder. Minister Jordan safe from jail at the 11th hour, and communities praise the government for infrastructural works. Greetings and welcome to this edition of Headline News Update. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. The residents of Cane Grove are relieved since they will be the latest beneficiaries to one of the largest road projects to come on stream. They believe that the coalition government has been working aggressively over the past 4 years to rebuild Guyana's deteriorating infrastructure. The $103 million rehabilitative works are set to commence on the Cane Grove Main Road in Mahaica. Also in Diamond on the east bank of Demerara, another $57 million were contracted to Brandon Construction Service to begin the construction of a tarmac in that community. When completed, this project will provide a space for vendors and also facilitate taxi drivers. Minister Jordan will not be going to jail, while GRA makes a multi-million-dollar counterclaim against DIPCOM. Well, Wendell Jeffrey is following that development.
And be removed from
President David Granger has exercised his executive authority to save one of his ministers from what was a sure jail time. Yesterday, the president signed a grant of respite, which swerved Finance Minister Winston Jordan away from an order of execution of imprisonment that was handed down by Justice Shri Narayan Bihari. The matter involves a $2.2 million award that was won by DIPCON Engineering Services Limited. Jordan has refused to settle the debt on behalf of the Guyana government. In a twist to the financial realities, according to Kaito News, the Guyana Revenue Authority, GRA, said that DIPCON is owing the Guyana Treasury some $529 million in taxes. Coincidentally, according to the Revenue Department, what DIPCON owes in taxes is about $300,000 more than what the Guyana government owes them. According to the GRA Commissioner General Godfrey Stacia, the laws of Guyana allow the agency to garnish any amount of payable taxes to the agency, and GRA is seeking an immediate settlement of the monies owed by DIPCON. Had President Granger not stepped in with his grant of respite, Minister Jordan would have had to begin a 21 days contempt of court jail sentence beginning yesterday. Attorney General Basil Williams, in an appeal motion, is claiming in part that the full court erred and misdirected itself in law when they ordered that Jordan be sued in his personal capacity while still being Minister of Finance. For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. The First Assembly of God's Seventh Men's Conference begins tomorrow, Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. at their facility on Durban Street, Berkmanville, and ends on Friday. The conference is a call for men to assume their rightful roles in the family, community, and nation. The keynote speaker is Senior Pastor Dr. Raphael Messiah. Registration is ongoing at the church office. Coming up after the break, police says one suspect admitted he was paid to kill money changer, and discussion over Granger and Jagdeo GCOM list continues.
Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have so much waste to dispose of in the landfill? Well, composting can help us reduce the waste we dispose of by turning our organic waste into compost, which can be used to improve the quality of our soil.
Composting is very simple and convenient.
You can compost using organic waste such as vegetable skins,
or fallen leaves and cut grass and put this in a composting bin or pile.
Compost can help your garden grow healthy plants. while reducing your volume of waste. It's a really good way to keep our communities clean and healthy.
So, let's all start composting our waste.
Find out how easy it is. Call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.gy. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Welcome back. 19 names are now being used to dwindle down 6, from which the GCOM chair will be chosen. Wendell Jeffrey reports.
As the search for the new GCOM head moves forward, the list of names for consideration has gotten larger as President David Granger has added 8 to the Barra Jagdio's 11. Representatives from both sides are huddled at the Castellani House on Vicinjon Road to first dwindle down the list to a possible 6 or 8 names, and then to present that list to President Granger for his consideration of one person who will then lead the Guyana Elections Commission. The opposition leader did not take kindly to the president's list, saying yesterday that good faith appears to have been thrown out the window. The president's list contains the just resigned former GCOM chairman, Justice retired James Patterson. The president list includes names like Cassandra Alves, Katz Khan, Stanley Ming, Claudette LeBennett, Stanley Moore, Kim Kite, and Dr. Aubrey Armstrong. The opposition leader's list of names include Annette Arjun Martins, B.S. Roy, Jerry Govaya, Joseph Singh, a former GCOM chairman, Kashir Khan, Krishnadat Prasad, Lawrence Lachman Singh, Norma McLean, Onesi Lafleur, Ramesh Duku, and William Ramlal. In the discussions, President David Granger is represented by Vice President Kemraj Ranjatan, Minister of Public Health Valda Lawrence, and Director General of the Ministry of the Presidency Joseph Harmon. The opposition leader Barra Jagdio is being represented by Gail Teixeira, Anne Nandalal, and Juan Edgel. Guyana is in a constitutional dilemma. A no-confidence motion which was passed in December is ruled to be valid. A list of voters that was valid when the elections were to be held by March 21st is now in dispute, and the president has been invited by the opposition leader to submit names for the GCOM chairperson, with the president having the sole prerogative of picking that chairperson. For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. The Vocal Identity Series VIS held their award ceremony last Saturday at the West Demerara Secondary School to award the participants who would have successfully completed the second session of the program, which ended this month. The VIS founder Cordell Hunt said that the workshop, which lasted for 6 months, and 10 participants were awarded. The students participated in singing, public speaking, and poetry and spoken words. 4 men are in police custody, and it is reported that they were paid to kill Better Hope money changer. His daughter was also killed. Esther Sobers filed this report.
The police have 4 males in custody, and one of them has confessed to the fatal shooting of money changer Aaron Lachman and his 19-year-old daughter Ariana. The assailant told police that he was paid by a Monrepo businessman to kill the money changer. He further stated that his employer wanted Lachman dead over a deal that went bad. Lachman and his daughter were shot dead on July 9th just as they arrived at their Better Hope East Kodanrara home. It is believed that the money changer and his daughter had just arrived home and were about to exit their car when they were confronted by the armed shooters, who killed them and carted off with the cash the family had in their possessions. It was reported by neighbors that the businessman retaliated, but the men opened his car door while shooting at Lachman. Both the man and his daughter were shot multiple times above their bodies. For Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. And now for your regional and international news. In the region, Jamaica's homicide rate is at an alarming level, with murders being recorded on the island at nearly 8 times the global average. Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness made this disclosure as he laid out his case for imposing a state of emergency in the St. Andrews Police Division during a hastily so-called press conference on Sunday. He pointed out that the global murder average is 6 per 100,000. For the Caribbean region, it is 16 per 100,000, and Jamaica is at a 46.2 per 100,000. According to the statistics presented, the decades between 2000 and 2009 saw the most number of murders committed, with 13,418 persons being killed, while 7,621 murders were committed between 1990 and 1999. The years 2005, 2009, and 2017 were the bloodiest single years, with 1,674, 1,673, and 1,647 respectively. At present, Jamaica is ranked as the 3rd most violent country in Central America and the Caribbean region, behind Venezuela and El Salvador. And in international news, Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam has said her administration's bill to allow people to be sent to Chinese mainland for trials was dead, following a series of mass protests.
There are still lingering doubts about the government's sincerity, or worries whether the government will restart the process in the Legislative Council. So I reiterate here, there is no such plan. The bill is dead.
But she stopped short of completely withdrawing this extradition bill, as demonstrators have demanded.
She only said that the bill is dead. We cannot find the word dead in any of the laws in Hong Kong.
The bill would have allowed people in Hong Kong to be extradited to China for trials, has sparked huge and at times violent street protests, and plunged the former British colony into its biggest political crisis in decades. Hong Kong is ruled under a one country, two systems formula that is supposed to ensure an independent judiciary, as well as civil rights and freedoms for its people. And that is all for this edition of Headline News Update. Tune in on Wednesday at 7 p.m. for another episode. Until then, like, follow, and subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube pages, or visit our website at headlinenewsguyana.com. Take care.